Today I'm getting a lot of downloads on talks and how simple it is. And I've felt that it's been a struggle to talk. And it's because, and I knew this, I just wanted more information. But anyways, that's the past. And so now today, talking to people about how to be happy. How can they take a stance in being more happy for themselves? And what you can do in cases of, being stuck. As a child, I wanted to make people happy. Well, I can't make people happy. I've spent my life, working on making people happy. And people have to be happy for themselves. They need to take that responsibility in fulfilling their own happiness. And so today I would like to give a few keys to how to find more happiness, and dare I even say joy, right? I think I hear a lot of people talk of joy, and joy to me is different than happiness. Happiness is congruent with yourself, knowing yourself. Joy to me seems like laughter, bursts of joy, right? Can you live joyfully as consistent? Yes, of course. And what I think of here is the rainbow. I used to get blamed for, why are you always looking at the rainbows? Well, that's what I saw. Did I have down times? Of course. And did I turn towards those down times? No, I pushed the down times away, thinking if I just looked at the rainbow, all would be great. Then I had a lot of work to do. I had a lot of stuck parts and stuck energy and all of, to remove some of the stuff that I pushed down and stuffed down into my body, and which, came out as painful shoulders or, stomach issues or all of these things. So, and in the 2-day retreat, we go through all of that, how to remove the stuck parts from your body, finding more joy, finding your purpose, putting a passion to your purpose, living happy, joyfully, self-love, all of these things. I put a process in place of how to build on top of each. And by the time you go, your frequency level is at the 540, which is unconditional love. Because what I found in the courses that I took was, a lot of people were excited and in the rooms and doing their work and had these dreams and they were going to do them all. And when they got home 3 to 5 days later, they stopped doing any of it. Well, I used to teach it was the environment, which yes, it is the environment. However, it's also the frequency level that you can stay at. So if you go from a course at a 540, you come home and after, 5 days, say 3 days, 5 days, and you're back at your 50 comfort zone, it doesn't give you enough momentum, enough ability to push through parts of, the things that you got to do to actually go towards your dream. So what I'm finding is, it's the frequency. So, and that's why, I do a past life regression with the people that join, because it is about past life too. It's not only about you stuffing down things from this life. It's a lot about, what's been pushed down in the past lives and just looking at that and just having an awareness, right? So doing the past life, and then after the 2-day retreat where we, put your frequency up to a level that you can stay at and live at. It's not surviving in the shame and the guilt of the 50. It's about thriving in the 500s, right? So I do guarantee that you do get to that place. And I also make sure to stay with you for 3 group calls after the 2-day retreat, because I want to make sure, that we haven't left something behind, so that we can make sure that we stay on top of it, and to give you the tools. Like, it's not me doing it, it's me showing you a way. It's you being disciplined and, going through with it. And I'll give you an example of one of the ways that I keep the frequency level up is by color therapy. That's a huge thing for me. Like I have a Stellar Waves machine that punches out color. I have a Chromo Life thing that has color, colored baths, colored glasses. And that's one of the ways that I say, keeping your vibration up. You feel down, go get your blue glasses on if you're, feeling down, or you got a conference to talk at or something. Put on your rose-colored glasses for a while and just change the outlook of the way that you're looking at things. And a lot of times that pops you back into a higher frequency. And, if you're sitting there thinking about it and you have your rose-colored glasses, well, just go to a mirror, right? Look at yourself with your rose-colored glasses on and go, yes, I'm changing what I'm thinking. I'm changing my perception. And that will put you back at a frequency. I guarantee it. Guarantee. So you can get all the colors of the glasses that you want. But it's just having those, first of all, it's getting rid of. That's the work. It's getting to know yourself and what your patterns are and what you're creating. We're creators. We're creative beings. That's our feminine. And in the masculine is to go and do it. And everybody has masculine and feminine in them. And it's about, loving yourself. It's about knowing yourself. That's a treasure that you get, even more, because, we love ourselves, we know ourselves to a certain degree. But it's about going deeper into that. So that is a huge part of it. And that's honestly where the work is. And then it's just life skills. It's the life tools, how to catch yourself being good, or, how to catch yourself being happy, or, and just focus on that. So many people feel that they're broken, that there's something wrong with them, that they're not good enough, they're not lovable, they're going to be abandoned. All of these beliefs that we carry that, pull us down like a weight, like an anchor on a ship, So it's really, really imperative to be able to look at that, because I know I'm not the only one that has stuffed down emotions in my whole entire lifetime. As a kid, either as a teen, as, in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, we go through all of that and clear, scrub, if, for a word, just we dive deep. We do some, dark spot mapping, and there's tons of techniques. Anyways, it's an amazing experience. And, for $888 to come to Sedona and just to, stay a couple extra days, go hiking, get the full experience. There are so many techniques. And, when I say discipline, people sometimes I look at them and they're sort of cringing. It's not a discipline that people are afraid of that word, discipline. Discipline is amazing. Be disciplined on being happy, right? Be disciplined on that. So what does that take? It takes putting your glasses on. It takes, going for a walk at night. It takes looking up at the sun and thinking of how grateful you are, and looking at the beauty of the world and not being consumed by the negative, to burst out, to bloom like a lotus petal flower, just, and we look at the chakras, and we look at, your passion. We find your purpose. That's the other major thing, is we find your purpose in this 2-day. I have had so many people come to me and say, I don't know my purpose. I'm stuck. I'm stopped. And I'm like, please, your first purpose is to love yourself. Go out and find yourself, right? We already talked about that. So that's the first step. Second step is to find what you're here to do. Talking to your guides, angels, source, God, Jesus, whatever you want to call it. Talking, asking questions. People don't ask. We're not allowed to do things. We have free will. If we are not asking for things for ourselves, then it's not going to happen, right? So we ask for things for ourselves, but not only that. So one thing that I've learned a lot about is it's how you ask, how specific you can ask. And so we go through that. We teach you how to, look at yourself, find out what you want, find out what your purpose is, and just, knowing your purpose is a huge thing, and being on your way towards that. There's a lot of people that know their purpose and they're still not taking action in that. So how do you find your passion in your purpose is the other thing that we talk about, right? So there's a lot of information. It's an intensive weekend. I thought of doing it over 3 days, and I thought, you know what? I know the people that are going to come to me are going to be able to handle it, and we're going to work through everything, and we're going to have music, and we're going to make it fun. Right? It's not about being serious and, I got to get this done and I got to get this out. Yes, that's true. And where's the fun? Let's listen to the music. Let's dance. Let's, look at things in a different way, a different perspective. So, yeah, we have a lot of things to get done. And I am just so blessed to be able to have found my purpose, and my purpose is showing you your purpose. And one of the keys to a purpose is looking at what was your pain as a kid, right? For my pain was, I'd look around at everybody and wonder, why are people not happy? What is making them not happy? And then as a child you take things personal, so it must have been me. I wasn't making people happy. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't smart enough. I wasn't funny enough. I wasn't enough. And I did that to myself from 2 years of age up to literally, late 40s for sure. I was going to say beginning of 40, but, and I still can go there. I did that for a long time. That was a huge pattern of mine. This isn't good enough. That's not good enough. All this stuff, that's part of the reason why it took me so long to find my purpose, because I was like, that's not enough. Anyway, I won't get into my own brain. So yeah, finding all of these things out, knowing yourself is just, it's the key. It's the key. And opening your perception of, I teach people. I've done NLP. I'm a master trainer of NLP, so we put a lot of that into the 2-day training, and understanding and seeing yourself in communication and being able to put yourself in the other person's shoes of the communication, because I'm huge on, we treat people how we want to be treated. That's my whole life motto, right? So if I'm not treating somebody properly, what is happening in me to have this happen, right? So looking at myself in the communication, doing the person in the communication, how are they hearing me? How am I being received? Am I in a pattern? Am I being defensive? Am I in my ego? All of these things, right? And then being able to look at both as the observer and just the third person, no conflict, no care, just looking down and going, what am I seeing in this communication, right? Being a fly on the wall, as they used to say. So just tons of information, tons of fun. My purpose is not to make people happy, because I can't make people anything. People have to decide for themselves. We are the creator of our own lives. However, it is for me to show you a way of living life more happy, more self-love, more confidence, more ability to serve your purpose and the people that are waiting for you to shine your light. We are all bright lights. We've gotten dimmed by life, by, traumas that have happened to us, to things that we've done to ourselves. We are our own worst critics, and we get ourselves in the way most of the time. And, how do we undo some of these things? And how do we keep some of the things that are working, right? I think of some of the patterns that I did as a child, and they saved my life. If I did not have those patterns back then, who knows what would have happened? But are those patterns serving my highest purpose now? No, I am a totally different person. I'm a different person now. I'm a different person tomorrow. I don't want to use the word striving, because that's a working thing, but I'm looking at how can I better myself every day, right? So I am a new person every day. I'm probably a new person every 10 minutes, because, that's the fun of life, is to create. So just showing people ways to create more happiness and more love, more joy. It's a blessing, really, for me to be able to share this with you. And I'm grateful that you're here and listening. And honestly, it touches my heart, because until I could have opened my heart, I lived with a closed heart for so many years. And I didn't know. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to change it. I didn't know, and it's honestly, it's simple. It's little skills of learning how to not take things so personally, not to judge yourself or others, just, unconditional love, to live in love, to live in that frequency. So I could go on, and I'll probably do circles around all the same things, because it just circles around itself. I'm not in a loop anymore. I'm in infinity. So I've changed it from, psychotic, basically, loops of, why me, like victim, or to I'm not good enough, victim again, or the child, right? Like I don't want to do this, like, and all that stuff. So we change it from the loop, the stuck loop, to the infinity loop, where you can create everything that you want in your life by manifestation, by visualization, by talking to your guides. All of these things are so impactful, and just thinking of all the stuff that I want to show you, I think I need to do a 3-day. So the next one will be a 3-day. I just want to give and give and give everything that I can. I've taken so many courses. Honestly, I've taken so many courses. And It's the Akashic Records, it's the past life regressions, it's the coaching, it's the NLP, it's the, angel thing, it's meditations, it's getting out of your own way, it's life skills of all of this stuff, color therapy, sound therapy. Yeah, so I'm blessed, and you are blessed. And, I'd love to hang out. So we'll end with that. Thank you.